Hello, I'm Chef Chip Huckabee, and this is Smokehouse. Today we're going to go play in the waves. We've got some smoked salmon. We're going to do some pistachio encrusted ruby red trout. We're going to play with a little risotto to put that trout on top of, and I'm going to show you a couple different ways to enjoy that smoked salmon. So let's get ready to enjoy. So we're going to get started here with our ruby red trout. We've got some nice 6 to 8 ounce fillets here. We're going to take and season them up, get them ready. We've got, back up here, I've got some lemon pepper. Just a little squeeze across the top. This is some Delaware Bay, similar to that Old Bay that you find on the shelves, but it's got a little more heat to it. It's very nice. Pinch of red pepper, pinch of black pepper. Okay, and then we've got some crushed pistachios, shelled, roasted. We've just rolled them underneath the rolling pins to get them ready, and we're going to literally put them right on top. We're going to push them right down into that flesh. This ruby red trout's got a nice flesh, holds up very well, eats real tender, not very strong, so it works real well with the pistachio. And we're going to make a lemon butter sauce to just drizzle across the top of it here in a few minutes. It's going to be wonderful to go with that. But we're going to doctor that up. If you don't want to do the crushed pistachios, you want to do it similar to like we do the salmon. Again, you'll take your fish. We use a little lemon pepper. That Delaware Bay again, which is really nice. Black pepper. A little bit of kosher salt, and then I like some nice chopped garlic right across the top of it, and that just really does well. And both of those are now ready. We're going to head out to the smoker, fire those up. We're going to let them run with a little peach wood in the smoker for roughly about 15 to 20 minutes on the trout. The salmon is going to take about 20 to 25 minutes. All right, so we've got our salmon sides in the smoker right now. Like I said, they take about 20-25 minutes. With the peach wood, we're smoking them at roughly 240 to 250 degrees in there. While those are going, we're going to make some vinegar slaw and a wonderful citrus chutney, so we can show you a couple variations and ways to serve this smoked salmon up. So we're going to start with the vinegar slaw. We're going to take some sugar. We're going to take some apple cider vinegar. Okay, a little black pepper. We're going to mix that up. Work on dissolving that sugar. You can switch up with honey. It works very well too. And you can also add lime juice, lemon juice to change it, give it a little bit more of a citrus flavor since you're playing with your salmon anyway. Gives you a lot of different variations of flavor profiles. And then we've got green cabbage, a little red cabbage and carrots. And I've got some right here I've already started to pre-mix as well so that we can get plenty of it in there. Dissolve it around. You want to make this early while it's smoking, so it's got a minute to set and start to break down. You don't want it too early or overnight. You want a little bit of that crisp, that bite from the cabbage, but you want that vinegar and sugar to start to break in, loosen that up, and give some of that profile to that slaw. Okay, we've got the slaw done. We're going to move over and make a tomato citrus chutney. We've got some grapefruit and orange segments. Save the juice off to the side. It's wonderful for breakfast. Get you going in the morning. Mom will be mad, or if you throw it away. That's one of her favorite things to drink. So we got the citrus going. Got a little bit of fresh rosemary. And we've got over here, I've got a little bit of cilantro, some diced red onions. I'm going to slide those right down in there. The basil I'm going to hold off to the side here and chop it just a little bit. And then we've got some wonderful heirloom grape tomatoes here that we're going to throw in there as well. Like I said, we're going to do a quick little thin chaffinade or sliver with that basil. We're going to sliver that right up inside there, and we're going to squeeze a little bit of lime and lemon on it. I do know my colors, even though I grab them backwards. And there we go. And then we're going to stir that up again. Just very nice, light, simple, easy chutney. The citrus and the tomatoes with the acid works really well with your salmon. So at this point, we're going to turn around. I'm going to pull the salmon out. We're going to have a little bit of fun here, making a few wonderful dishes here for you. So here we've got some salmon pieces we've got cut. I've also got a side here I'll show you in 1 second as well. And as a nice entree, we can simply take that piece of salmon there, take that chutney and lay it right across the top, and you can pile it as high or as low as you want to go. But I will tell you, if you don't stack it high, they're not going to buy. People love to see height, and there's already plenty of color in there for them. So we've got this wonderful smoked salmon with our tomato citrus chutney. Wonderful entree idea. But we're going to have a party. And for parties, I like tacos. And smoked salmon makes some wonderful tacos. We've got some corn shells here. We're going to take another piece of this salmon. And we're just going to kind of crush it just a little with a knife. Just enough that it falls but doesn't really cut. And that way we can take and fill these tacos. And you can come back the other way, break it up so it's kind of soft and tender and just flakes right apart there. We'll do one for everybody else to show. We'll do 3 for Chef. He likes to hoard his tacos, but I've got a figure to maintain, so these things are very important. So we get our salmon up in there. So we've got our tacos. To go along with that today, we've got our vinegar slaw. We're going to put in there. It gives us a nice little bit of crunch. Just tuck it right on top of there. A little bit of fresh pico de gallo. If you want to have a lot of fun, you can take those tomatoes and smoke them. Then make your pico. Get a really deeper flavor profile out of the tomatoes with your pico that way. And then a personal favorite of mine, pickled red onions. I've got to have that on just about everything. So at this point, you've got smoked salmon tacos. We're going to clear this out of the way. Bring this side over here for you. If you're having a house party, got everybody coming over, getting ready for a big game, boxing tournament, or any other reason to celebrate, we've got a whole side of smoked salmon here. And then we're going to serve that up with some nice sides on the plate with it, and it'll allow you to get a wonderful spread. Then you can just serve it with some toast points or some toasted bagels. So we've got some horseradish, some capers, diced tomatoes, diced red onions, a little bit of hard-boiled eggs, and because cheese goes with everything, we've got a little piece of cream cheese there. We've got some easy olive oil and black pepper toasted baguette. But it's a wonderful little display for an appetizer party. And there you go, a side of smoked salmon. All right, we've got our pistachio encrusted trout. It's in the smoker, again, peach wood, about 240 to 245 degrees. It's going to take about 20 minutes. While that's going, we're going to make a lemon butter sauce, and we're going to turn around and make a little risotto with some tomatoes and sweet peas, and then we'll dish that item up for you. We're going to start by getting our risotto started. I've got some arborio rice right here, a little bit of olive oil. We're going to toast the arborio right here in our skillet. We're going to toast it with a little black pepper, kosher salt. Go ahead and put some of the garlic in there, let it brown up just a hair as well. We're going to let it start to sizzle up, brown it up a little bit, let it start to work some magic here. All right, so we've got our rice here, just simmering away here, getting a nice little brown on it. Spreading it around so we can keep that heat going. While that's working, we're going to start a lemon butter sauce right here. Put a little butter down in there. I prefer the salted variety. You're welcome to leave it out if your diet requires it, but it is a must for me here. I'll let that start to melt out for us. Sizzling, we can see it just starting to get a little bit of brown on it. Our butter here is starting to melt. The lemon butter sauce, we're going to add some capers to that while it's warming up. Again, a little garlic. You'll find that one of my favorites is garlic. One of my other favorites is also garlic. And everything should have tomatoes in it somewhere, but that's a down-home Hoosier thing. We are nuts about our tomatoes, our Midwest-grown tomatoes, and they've got to be on just about everything. One way, shape, form, or another. We're going to throw a couple of lemon slices in there, and a splash of lemon juice. Let that keep heating up. Come back over here and stir our rice. Starting to get some good color in there. We're going to start to simmer and slowly add in some chicken stock. You're welcome to do my vegetarian version with a veggie stock as well. Eats just as well. Obviously you won't have salmon, and hopefully you all can do a better job of keeping your kitchen clean than what I'm doing at the moment. And you just want to keep slowly adding the stock and let it work its way down as that arborio starts to cook and soften. So our butter, our capers, our garlic, our lemons are over here. They're going to town. Got a good sizzle. I'm going to pull a little white wine here. Just a little bit in there. We're not trying to get the trout drunk. It's too early in the evening for that. But we do want to give it a nice, rich depth of a sauce there. We're just going to let that work its way around there for just a second. Come back to our risotto. Make sure you keep simmering and stirring. Don't let that get stuck there at the bottom and burn on you. A little bit of herbs into that lemon butter. We're going to add the tomatoes into our risotto. We've got some sliced Camparis. You can use sun-dried tomatoes as well. The heirlooms like we used earlier, those work real well as well. Just going to fold those in. Let those start to work their way down. And we're going to add our sweet peas while we do that as well. Risotto is an item a lot of people get worried or scared to do. And as long as you've got a minute to stand there and watch it, it should never be a big issue. So we've got the red and the green going with the risotto. Gives you a nice color look. We've got that smoked pistachio that's going to be on top of the trout in a minute. The ruby red trout's got that nice pink flesh color to it. Have a nice summer, spring type of a look to your dish here. We get ready to plate here in just one more minute as that risotto starts to simmer down. Turn that lemon butter off. All right, we've got our risotto just about done here. While this finishes up, we're gonna run out, gonna check that trout, make sure it's good and ready. We'll bring it in, and we're gonna get ready to plate up here in just another minute. All right, we're gonna get ready to finish up our ruby red trout that we've got coming in from the smoker. We've encrusted it with pistachios. I'm gonna spin around here and pull that out for you. Okay. So here's your pistachio encrusted ruby red trout. It's darkened up, got a nice color, good orange out of that pink flesh. Helps seal in all that smoke flavor for us. Our risotto's over here, looking good. Okay, we'll spin our risotto in. Again, we've got a nice risotto made with arborio rice with sweet peas and some fresh Campari tomatoes. Just give it a little bit of color down inside there. Okay, now we're going to grab our trout here. Try to get it over there in one piece without letting it snap on us. And then we've got our lemon butter sauce with a little bit of white wine, the capers, lemon slices. We'll put those right there. We're just going to drizzle right across the top there. And ladies and gentlemen, smoked ruby red trout, pistachio encrusted risotto, and a nice lemon butter sauce. So I hope you've enjoyed today. We've smoked salmon, made tacos. We've done a nice display for your next dinner party. We've got a wonderful salmon entree covered with a citrus chutney. We've got our ruby red trout, and then we're gonna go get ready in the back, get our kitchen set up. And next time around, we're gonna bring in the yard bird. We're gonna have some Carolina glazed chicken thighs and some rosemary smoked chicken quarters as well. So we're looking forward to next time.